Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Discussions in Darkness. My name is Will, I am your host, and we are back at Old South Pittsburgh. That's right, we are back here again. Now, in case you're wondering, why are we back at the same location instead of, like most shows where you go from different location to different location, we're actually trying to take a different approach on this project. We're, hopefully, if we can work it out, we would like to be able to come back here fairly regularly, because in a lot of what I've been seeing over the last year that I've looked into this, the ability to build a relationship with the spirits is better for helping get communication. In fact, actually, while we were setting everything up, we had the REM pod going off. It started giving us some activity, so I have a feeling we'll probably have some activity tonight, but I'll cut to that clip right now. And back. So, just had a couple announcements that I wanted to get out of the way before we get into our discussion with my guest tonight. First one, although we are back at Old South Pittsburgh, we are not in the same location as the previous discussion. Part of the reason for that is that, we want to show off different parts of the hospital, different configurations, different ways of looking at it. In fact, we've got 3 cameras on us tonight and 2 cameras out in the hallway. So, trying to make it look interesting, making it look a little different each time. And then updates to the show. So, our last episode, in case you haven't watched that yet, I would suggest go watch that. It's our first discussion with Mr. Robert Rayleigh. He was my guest last time. In case you didn't know, the show was, from my perspective as the host and as the producer, it felt a little clunky and just a little not smooth. And so I just wanted to say that, as the podcast matures and as, we kind of flesh out this internal rhythm that, most TV shows have, changes are going to occur. And so, I try to just go with the flow, deal with what we have to do. And one of the things that we're going to address this time to address some of the clunkiness last time is that we've introduced dice and conversation starters. So hopefully it's not going to be like last time where I ask my guest an impossible question. And he does a good job of answering it. He rolls with the flow. And, I as I'm saying that, actually one of my other notes on here is that I need to apologize to my last guest. He's a good guy, good conversation, and he's my camera guy. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, but he will be back, and so you will see him again. But like I said, he took it in stride, and a special thank you is in order for that. Now, as far as on to tonight, like I said, we are in a different location. We're doing it a little bit differently. Tonight, we have our REM pod here in front of us, but we also have a camera out in the hall that I'm going to give you a clip of right now that, come on phone, really, oh, that's my phone, that's most likely my phone. Okay, maybe it's not my phone. So now you're going to get a clip of the camera that's out in the hallway and the music box that's out there. So we're going to be doing some tests on the music box here in just a little bit. But as for right now, we have a conversation to get to. And I've been dilly-dallying long enough. Music box and hallway, REM pod near table, camera, hallway cameras, behind the scenes camera is the one I'm pointing to right now. It's the small little camera back there in the back. And then, if you could hit record on that, is it up and running?
Hitting me with a busy.
Okay,
There it
good.
goes.
There it goes. Okay,
Man,
alright.
I bet it was in that corner. I was hiding behind that cable.
It's possible. Okay,
Alright, good.
alright. If you'll join me over here.
What a dumpster.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd be a paranoid fuck if I didn't happen to be. I don't want him to see that. I'm here for you.
Alright, so my guest, Mr. Bobby Dizzle.
Yep.
Our main camera is going to be over there. And tonight, I don't really have a topic of conversation, so I guess we can start with the conversation starter. But I did want to do one thing that I didn't do last time. So, if there are any spirits around here that would like to come and join our conversation at any point, you're welcome to do so. You can go set the device off in the hallway if you want to really give us a good scare. Or you can come up here and turn this device on, and that will, like that.
I feel like I should be one of the Price is Right girls. A new REM pod!
Yes! So yeah. So if there are any spirits here, you would like to speak to us, you would like to interact with us, we are here, we are open, we are willing to have a conversation with you if you're willing to have a conversation with us.
They can also manipulate this thing too.
Is the battery on that Brian? Or is that the record?
The record's top right.
Okay, record's not right.
Battery's on the bottom.
Okay,
That's why I flipped it around for you.
awesome.
They're both
All right.
Canon, so they. You can also manipulate this thing. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay, so let me also, while I'm thinking about it, let me give you the data points for right now.
Data.
The time of the measurement was 11:30. Outside temperature is 71 degrees. Inside temperature is 79.4 degrees. Air pressure is 14.43 psi. Humidity is 82%. EMF is still 0 to 1.5, same as our baseline earlier. Our lux, where I'm sitting right now, is 7. Ambient decibels 20 to 25, and the CO2 when at the time of the recording of the data.
The measurement.
Measurement. That's what I was looking for.
A voice in the hallway. Measurement, dumbass.
At the time, the CO2 parts per million was at 440. Now we're currently at 436.
Yeah.
But this thing has been giving us weird crap all night. So I don't know how well it's going to work. Yeah, it got up to 2,000. That was weird. This literally came in today. So I have no idea how it works. I just turned it on and it started saying stuff. So we'll figure that out as we go, though. So you get a drink. Yeah, and you're free if you want water. I don't know if you have water here with you or not, but so all right. Welcome.
I'm back.
Yes.
Same
back.
hospital.
Version 2.0. Version 2.0.
This feels like Shutter Island. It's like every time I ever see you, it's in a hospital.
Yes, it's in a haunted hospital.
You tell me I'm a
every time.
podcaster, I'm in a hospital. Are you sure I live here? I'm actually an inmate.
So how's it been going on the cryptid? Caffeinated cryptid.
I'm very bored with Bigfoot. I love Bigfoot. But I decided to embrace having scientists on. I'm calling it more. My format now is you're getting a bachelor's degree in Bigfoot and the paranormal, and when you take a bachelor's program, you don't take classes in everything. You don't take classes in. You got to take English and speech and statistics.
Yeah.
Well, if you get a degree in Bigfoot and the paranormal, you've got to take anthropology and paleontology.
Exactly.
You need to discuss astrophysics, and you need to discuss genetics.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
it seems like you need all these disparate.
Yeah, and everybody, and the first thing any skeptic snubs their nose, oh, where's the science?
Yeah.
But the moment I mentioned bringing science in, everybody's like, oh, nobody's going to watch that. I'm like, well...
it's interesting that you mentioned that, because when my last guest, I was talking to him, that's what, like, through the research that I've done, the vast majority of the science, like, the science, we don't... It's because they just haven't looked at it yet.
Nobody can get a grant to do the stuff. And nobody can get, like, real time. You can't get a whole lot of time and money to do it. Unless you get some kind of crazy Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos.
Exactly.
Like, here's a $50 billion. We're going to make sure it happens.
Exactly. Just throwing money at
it.
it.
Usually you got a TV station, or maybe, no, you don't get a university. Usually it's a TV station, like the Discovery Channel, and they have a budget. And they also have the need to have content, so that you can't get out there and figure stuff out.
Exactly.
You're not going to be able to. I mean, the only one that's doing it is Skinwalker Ranch.
Okay.
And they have to sensationalize stuff too.
Yeah.
Stuff we did tonight would be on Skinwalker Ranch. What was that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
We'd be running down the hallway screaming. And but how's it weird? Somebody farted in the bathroom. What was that? It hit a thing, but yeah, they're getting to where they're figuring stuff out. But they seem to be the only one that ever has a chance to drill into it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's, it just seems like
They finally gave them enough rope is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. It does seem like there is definitely an interest in a more scientific approach to it.
Yeah. What they're basically doing is renaming everything and calling it the phenomenon. I've noticed that amongst my friends that do this. And it's not Bigfoot, it's not UAPs, it's not UFO, it's the phenomenon. Okay. And it's like, we got phenomenon over here. They'll call it's kind of like, whenever pants are sticky, it's hot.
Yeah,
Whenever
it's nice and sticky.
Whenever David Fravor came out with a Tic Tac UFO stuff from 04,
yeah,
they called it a UAP. All of a sudden, it had a different name.
Yeah,
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Like, why are they all of a sudden changing the names of
I think because UFO just screams little grays. UFO is so tarnished that they can't. Kind of like I don't like you calling Buc-ee's a gas station because it's tarnished with dirty bathrooms and people bumming money outside. If somebody calls Buc-ee a gas station, I'm like, Buc-ee's is not a gas station.
I've driving to West Virginia, like I was telling you about earlier. Mm-hmm. Driving to West Virginia made me not a fan of Buc-ee's. I went there once and it took me 30 minutes. I didn't even get gas.
Oh yeah.
I just went in to go to the bathroom and get a soda, and it took me 30 minutes, and I was like, I'm done.
Regardless.
Yeah, I'm done. Trying to get back out of that madness, back onto the expressway, was like I should have just kept going.
Yeah, that's just what it is. Just renaming it for public opinion.
Okay.
People call this. There's a fellow. His name is Trey Hudson.
Yeah.
He has a place somewhere in the southeast. I've signed several papers, and I can't tell you even what state it's in, but it's somewhere in the southeast, and it is called the Skinwalker Ranch of the South. And I've been out there once.
Okay.
But they talk about the phenomenon. Now, if you get around the campfire in this setting, they're going to call it what it is. Yeah. I saw a shadow figure out there once.
Really?
Yeah, it was like it looked like whenever you have a flashlight to your eyes and pull it down, and you see the shape. I saw it kind of. It wasn't a person, but it went behind a tree. Okay. And I thought it was just my eyes playing tricks on me because the sun was going down. Okay. And I'm like, I just saw something move behind that tree. It was like the shape of a big kidney bean.
So it was more freeform?
Yeah, it was almost like a kidney bean shaped blob that rolled. That was just like a shadow. And it rolled behind a tree and disappeared. I mean, the tree was this big. It wasn't. Huh. It was like a 20-year-old tree, about as big around as a Pizza Hut basketball.
Interesting. Okay, because I'm definitely interested in shadow figures. That is, one of the things that I really want to try to do with this podcast is really explore that phenomenon a little bit more. Because, like I've mentioned in episodes past, I was basically confronted with one. It showed up at my house, and both me and my mother saw it. So it was like, that's interesting. And she's actually expressed an interest on being a guest on this show too. So you'll probably see her at some point. So she'll probably be able to explain the conversation as well. But no, that's shadow figures. That is what I'm interested in. I want to know what those are, because it seems too real to be fake. It's too consistent as well. It seems like, the vast majority of things that I've seen, if you're in a haunted location and you're running around, you swear you're dealing with a person. No, this isn't a ghost. This is a person running around. I swear it is. I'm willing to bet it's a shadow figure. That's the defining thing, is that you swear you're dealing with a human. But just my theory. So I don't know.
I don't really deal a lot with the ghosts. My podcast. I used to have paranormal groups on.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot you could ask them.
Yeah.
There was.
That is one thing I've found too. It's kind of hard to have conversation.
They would send you EVPs till the cows came home, but I mean those are all fine and dandy, but it's just something saying something, and a lot of times it has to have letters underneath it.
Exactly.
Closed caption.
Yeah.
There was one, this group, they're called Black Wolf Paranormal, and they're from Adams, Tennessee. Their headquarters is Bell Witch.
Okay.
The Bell Witch Cave
Oh.
and the Bell Witch Mansion.
Okay.
And they hang out with Pat Fitzhugh. He's the Bell Witch. What's the word for someone that documents everything that happens and writes the stories? I want to say cartographer, but that's a map maker.
Yeah.
He's like the Bell Witch. He's like the Bell Witch record keeper. He's got books and books on it.
Like a folklore.
Yeah, he's the Bell Witch guy. He knows all of that. And what's happening?
No, sorry.
Oh.
I just remembered we have Grok.
But they sent me an EVP one time that was one of the best ones. That just said her name, Leanne. I said, "Hey, Leanne." It's like somebody's saying it, and it had remembered her. But other than that, the only thing they're going to show you, it's basically this. Ghost hunters are one notch above Bigfooters, because a lot of times they have evidence.
Yeah.
They have things they can show you, but at the same time, it's the same thing every time. It's a whisper. It's a figure. Sometimes you get a apparition.
Okay.
But yeah, just
sorry,
you're doing.
Yeah, I just asking Grok.
Camera stopped over there.
Okay, yeah, that actually hits that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll do this.
Yeah, it only goes for 19 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes for. I think it goes for 12
Yeah.
minutes. That one goes for longer. I think that actually hits closer to 30 minutes. So, okay, I asked Grok, a folklore historian, what is the specific job title for a folklore historian? It sounds like that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's the resident, he knows all the stuff.
Yeah.
The concierge service, basically.
Yeah.
He documents it all.
So according to Grok, it's typically called a folklorist.
That's right.
This term refers to a scholar or researcher who studies folklore, which includes traditional stories, myths, legends, songs, customs, and other cultural expressions passed down through the generations.
That'd be what he is. He's Pat Fitzhugh writes all the books about it and does several things. And disappointing thing about Pat is he has a day job. Why is Bell Witch not your job?
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed. I meet people doing this and have to go to work. I'm like, that's not your job.
You're supposed to be in the Bell Witch cave.
I see people who have Bigfoot at their house, and I gotta go to the carpet mill. I'm like, why are you going to work? You know Bigfoot.
You and Bigfoot are like this.
You
don't need a job.
I'm not going back to my job if I see a Bigfoot. I don't know what I'm thinking I'm going to do, but here I am working and answering emails, and Bigfoot's real. I'm not.
How do you continue on?
That's like crapping your pants and having to take a car ride. Why? That'd be terrible. Get out.
That's funny.
I just think about that all the time. If you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that if you saw Bigfoot, you smelled him, and you saw him, and he's real, all of a sudden you got to go to your kid's dance recital. Like, what? That would be all I talked about for the rest of my damn life. Hey, you got a voicemail. No, Bigfoot's real. What are we doing? Paranormal's real. It's out there. What are we?
No, I totally agree. Actually, yeah, that's it does make it interesting having to go back to a day job.
That's why I don't do
between doing all this.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to me, and I get to think about I do things like this, and my adrenaline will be hyped, and I'll go to these conventions, my adrenaline will be hyped. I go to the campgrounds, and I don't mind that it's what the subject matter is. If I could podcast about, just be a guy that talked about hot sauces all the time, and because that's one of the things I love to do.
Okay.
And I just had a hot sauce podcast. I was known for it. I would enjoy that. Probably need a lot more Tums than I do now. But if he's a deviled egg aficionado. That's all he does is talk about deviled eggs. I just love podcasting.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to doing things associated with it in any way, and this is associated with it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Then I love it. And I couldn't, having to go back to work on Monday, well, you people suck. I had a cold spot on my arm this weekend. You want me to answer my voicemail? I was talking to a deceased child about Triceratops, and now you want me to go to lunch with you.
Yeah, that's one of my bosses at work. I say one of my bosses. He's not actually like my direct boss, but he asked me a lot about this.
Yeah, they pop up.
He's really interested in it. So
everybody buys me Bigfoot stuff, and I've got cat balls at my desk.
Okay.
So we think our building's haunted anyway. And so I brought a bunch of cat balls in and was messing with them. They won't let me bring a Ouija board in.
I'm kind of with them on that one.
I wouldn't, because what if you could guarantee it wouldn't follow you home? How fun would it be to have a haunted workplace?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, if everything we've been dealing with tonight is an indicator of any of it, I would probably get kind of frustrated after a while. Can you please just leave me alone and let me do my work?
It would definitely mess with the stuff there.
Yeah.
But imagine you go to work, open up a portal to another dimension, and 4 or 5 mischievous ghosts get in, and it's just you hear things and things get pushed. You keep losing your pen.
I mean, you're basically Rick at that point.
Yeah. You Rick. Yeah, I was thinking it would be cool. It wouldn't follow you home. It would be amazing to have a haunted workplace. That'd be the only risk, is because that's always the risk.
Yeah.
And I thought, on a side note, here's a business idea. Buying these dilapidated old houses, like up around here, there's, how it's kind of an older area, mill worker town. Mm-hmm. And, South Pittsburgh is named that because it used to be the steel mill of the South.
Okay.
And they thought it was going to be the new Pittsburgh, from literal Pittsburgh.
Ah.
So this is Pittsburgh.
Call it South Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's why it's called that, because it used to be a steel mill town.
Oh, okay.
And so you got these dilapidated old houses, and they've been there 100 years. They keep rebooting. The bones are just, timber.
Yeah.
Can't fuck it up. Can I cuss on here?
I don't care.
I just did.
Worst case, I'll just put a beep over it.
But get these houses, they're 80 grand now, and in this market they're 80 grand. And you go in there, you leave the planchette on there.
Yeah.
6 weeks, come back, haunted as shit. and imagine you do that to you get a half a dozen houses, you do that. All of a sudden, you got an industry, you got haunted houses you can sell to people like us. Guaranteed Slimers. I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was a movie about that.
Paranormal Activity. Mm-hmm. You let the planchette on that circle.
Yeah, those typically don't end well.
But I'm like, what would be the penalty for that? I mean, if you could just leave it like that, all of a sudden you guys go in there. Don't come. If you wouldn't even go in, you just have you could have an array of TV cameras outside. You have this going.
Yeah.
And you could go in the booth outside. It's like a little shed. You can watch all the stuff happening.
Yeah.
But you never go back in there. You get 10 of those, $multi-billion.
Yeah.
$1,000 a night, guaranteed shit. It has to happen. It has to work.
Yeah.
Business idea. I don't know if you would fare well in the afterlife, but.
Yeah, that's definitely a question.
You exploited everybody here. You opened up 10 portals to hell on Sycamore Street.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there somebody, one of the I know supposedly there was some drama a while back about somebody doing something like that, or accusations of somebody doing something like that at one of the big haunted locations. So it was
openings? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I mean, I don't know if he's doing that or not. But
there's got to be like something unethical about it in some weird way.
Yeah, I could feel that.
I don't exactly know what, but it feels like it's got to be unethical to do that. You can't just open portals to another dimension and leave it.
Exactly. Plus, you never know what's coming through. That's my big thing with a lot of the Ouija boards or the rituals, stuff like that. It's like you never know who you're talking to. Even if it's like, no, it's totally me. Really?
It's not something somebody else would say.
Yeah, that sounds like exactly what you would tell me if you're trying to lie to me.
You're a flipper.
All right, you want to give our conversation starters
yeah, you want to open
test?
it?
Okay, yeah. I'll let you roll.
I always, my strategy for a podcast, I have on guests who are made like quasi well-known. And I just assume everybody my strategy is I assume everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows their life story, so they don't have to start it.
Yeah.
They don't have to tell me. And I start like behind the music. And I've read their books, I've read their bio, I've got questions about, so that time you did this with this and that guy, did you even consider? You're like, I never thought about that. They'll love it because they'll like, I'm gonna have to, hi, my name is Francis and I was in the band and I saw this. Because some people open up a podcast and say, so Bill, tell us a little bit about yourself. And I hate those podcasts.
Yeah, I can understand. that. That's...
Oh, there's numbers on it.
Yeah. It's a 20-sided die. I got 20 questions. They're all science-based. They are, let's see, conversation starter questions that blend science and the paranormal for a fun, lighthearted discussion.
This is ChatGPT.
This is Grok. That I'm leaning hard on Grok. That's the fun part about Asperger's.
Name your favorite STD.
Guess. All right, so give us a roll and we'll figure out what the question is. What's it say?
We got 5.
5. All right. Question number 5.
I feel like I didn't do that good.
Okay. All right. Haunted houses and infrasound. You know what infrasound is?
I do.
Okay.
I didn't know they had a haunted house thing.
Do you think haunted houses could be explained by infrasound or other environmental factors?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how infrasound would happen in a haunted house without there being maybe some kind of electrical issue, maybe like power lines above the head. You know,
I could see something like that.
You know, they always say that there's certain rooms, electrical closets.
Yeah.
Then you'll go in and start feeling shit, and
okay,
and it has so much EMF crossing at once that you start feeling like you're being watched.
Yes.
And that kind of thing.
Okay, I could see. I could see the infrasound being like through doors and windows, like little creaks and buildings, like little creaks in the buildings. Whether it's the wind or not, it would very heavily depend on like outside factors.
I just don't know what we make of the infrasound.
But yeah, that's what my thought would be too.
Is there a tiger in there doing it?
Exactly. Like unless it's connected to something, I don't know what would be creating the infrasound.
Infrasound doesn't happen just by itself.
Yeah.
It maybe Havana thing. I mean, it had to be something malicious or a lot of these panels and stuff like the rooms in here. Yeah. I can guarantee if this place was lit up, these little EMF things wouldn't work at all.
Oh yeah.
All the different circuitry and stuff, and all the hospitals and.
Yeah.
But that's.
Well, maybe that's why we don't see ghosts during the day, is because we got lights.
And we're not listening.
And we're not.
It's all about paranormal's all about vibrations.
Okay.
All about listening and on the frequency, and the Indians, Native Americans saw it because they're always grounded.
Yeah.
And they're always outside. Even their inside were outside. I mean, if you're in a hut that you made, you are outside.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
You know when you camp for like a day and everything's just quiet? I actually wonder if you had one of those going.
I meant to. I meant to have it on the.
I would think that would be like your priority, and then set up the cameras.
Yeah, I forgot.
Is it recording? I guess it is.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Cool.
going.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're good. Okay, well here,
Yeah, so,
I'll go with conversation starter now.
Electrical stuff around the house causes it, not unless there's a live tiger in there.
11. Poltergeists. Ooh, okay.
Germans. German ghosts. Oops.
Tim Burton. Psychokinesis or environmental anomalies? A lot of these questions are ending up on environmental anomalies.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You want it to be environmental.
So, okay. Could poltergeist activity be a manifestation of subconscious psychokinesis or just environmental anomalies? And there's a sub question to it. Are we throwing furniture with our minds, or is it just the house, or is the house just cranky?
That's weird. So first, yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever.
Well, actually, interesting thing. Since we're on this topic, one of the things I did come across in some of my research, if you've ever heard of him, he goes by the name of Professor Paranormal on YouTube. His name's Dr. Lloyd Auerbach. I actually would like to talk to him at some point. I have to change this one now.
Lloyd?
Movie recording stop automatically. Yes, his name's Lloyd Auerbach. And
It's not recording. Do it again. There you go.
There it is. Okay. And he is, like I said, he goes by the name Professor Paranormal, and he is a scientist who actually studies hauntings. Like, he actually tries to study hauntings. And that's one of the things that I was watching one of his videos. It was called Busting Ghost in the 90s. Yeah, he's an older guy.
I had to have seen that.
It's an interesting video.
Familiar.
It's an interesting video. I definitely suggest, if you've never watched it, I suggest doing a YouTube search for it and go find it. It's an interesting video. He's got some interesting ideas in it. But one of the things he talks about is telekinesis. And his basic logic behind it is, well, how does a ghost move things? It doesn't have hands.
Energy.
But how would you do that?
I don't know.
Telekinesis.
Yeah.
So in his mind, and the way that he's looking at it, the way he's framing it, telekinesis actually is a totally normal thing, at least in the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's how they do everything.
Yeah.
Nothing had fingers.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't physically manipulate it. That's his whole kind of view on it, and I think that's a pretty interesting idea.
Remember the Patrick Swayze movie? You just push it. Push it with your mind. Just push it with your mind.
Come up behind you, and I hope you do it. But yeah, so I mean,
Poltergeist.
Or is the house just cranky? I do like that
Depending on
question.
the activity, I mean, maybe.
So
A plate getting thrown across the room is not just telekinesis, though. Or not just a cranky house.
Yeah.
That's somebody doing something. I wonder how they're doing it.
Yeah.
That's a scary, like a 30-foot. You're like, how in the hell?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That I was actually watching a movie the other night. I was for one of my reviews that I was doing. It was 1408. If you remember that movie with John Cusack.
God, that's weird.
Oh, I love that movie. That's a fantastic movie.
He ended up back in the room.
Yeah, he ended up in there. But there was one point, I mentioned it in my review. Remember the part where he's crawling around in the vents? It was a quick sequence, so you may not necessarily remember. Okay, yeah. So anyways, there's a part where he's convinced. He's like, all right, if I can get out of this room by crawling up in the vents and crawl to the other room. And he crawls up in the vents, and then as he's crawling around, there's a dead body in the vents that's just laying there, and it's been there for ages. It's like all moth riddled and cobwebs and decaying and everything.
It's like a corpse.
Yeah, exactly. Like what you would expect the corpse to look like that got stuck in a vent. And he's standing there, and then all of a sudden it looks up at him, And I'm like, no way. If that happened to me on a paranormal investigation,
Did you ever get out of the room in that movie?
I'm done. Do I?
Did you ever get out of the room in that movie?
No.
I remember he lived his whole life at one point, and he looked and he was back in it.
Yeah, that's the twist in the movie. It's you think he's gonna get out, but then all of a sudden the room's like, no, bitch.
Yeah, and that was that movie, the Midnight Tales, or about the witch who moved into her library. Like, it was just all. What's that movie called? It was a kids movie recently. Oh my lord! Night Stories. The kid went to a witch's house and read her stories every night. And he ended up her captor.
Huh. It sounds like a modern retelling of Hansel and Gretel.
It's close.
Okay.
It's on Netflix, Night Stories or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Witches are all hot.
Yeah.
Live next door.
Oh, wait, you said the witches are hot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not the Anne Hathaway one, but it's a different one.
Yeah.
I think it's called Night Tales. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't look it up. My REM pod will go off and turn my phone on. My wife's probably like, where the hell are you?
It's 12:15, by the way.
All right. We'll do one more.
So, yeah, we can do that.
This is kind of fun. So if we could bounce by like one, that would be perfect. I don't know.
17. Okay.
This is kind of fun to do. I may look into this for my show.
Prophetic dreams.
Ooh.
Subconscious processing or coincidence?
Ooh.
Could prophetic dreams be a result of subconscious processing or just coincidence? Are you a dream prophet or is your brain just really good at guessing?
I think if you've been worried about something and you dream about it, you're just brain reflecting what you thought about.
Agreed.
But there are prophetic dreams, and I've talked to a lady today who had the same Mothman dream.
Really?
Before Point Pleasant happened. She had the dream. Dozens of people had it.
Okay.
You ever seen Mothman?
Yeah.
It has the
It's been a little while since I've seen it.
You remember the part about her dreaming she saw presents floating?
Is that one still going?
I might have stopped recording.
Yeah. Sorry.
Remember the parts her dreaming about her seeing presents? Apparently like 2 or 3 dozen people saw that.
Okay.
But that's a prophetic one.
Okay.
I used to have dreams about football games that haven't been played yet, but I never had a dream about a football game that didn't happen. I didn't ever predict the outcome or anything.
Okay.
I don't think, but I never would dream about a game that didn't occur in the future. And I dreamt Alabama played Texas in the 2009 national championship game. And I said, I dreamt about Texas game last night. We're playing them. Sure enough.
Oh
yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, I can't knock it. I mean, because I feel like I've had. Let's see, subconscious processing or just coincidence, prophetic dreams. I think that I could definitely agree with the idea that prophetic dreams are real. I don't know. I wouldn't begin to know how they even work because I feel like I've had dreams where like all of a sudden it clicks deja vu. Like I'm doing something like in real life and then all of a sudden I dreamed this. I
deja vu is weird.
This. So I have more instances of deja vu than I do of like prophetic dreams of like I dreamed this and then it happened. But at the same time, I mean, I think it could be because see, my brain's really heavy on logic, reason, philosophy. And so I could see how your brain could logically project something into the future.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, no, this is going to lead you here kind of thing. And so it's not something, actually, in my mind, it would seem like it's not something abnormal at all. It actually seems like it's something perfectly normal.
Yeah, it did. Out of all the things you can think of, sometimes things happen.
Yeah, and even then, I mean, like I said, subconscious processing or just coincidence. Even if it is subconscious processing, it's not like you're consciously doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to do it. Your brain's just coming up with it. So I guess either way, it kind of doesn't really change anything for me.
I've always been really good at pattern recognition.
Yeah.
And I've been currently pulling back the curtain, taking therapy for ADHD, and going and talking to different people. Because I'm 41 years old. I've never been treated or talked about it until like last month.
Really?
And I'm just like, they're like, you have a classic case. Like, what in the world? Nobody's ever diagnosed you with this? No. I said, I've just been living fight or flight, super adrenaline my whole life.
Well,
and one of the things I was telling them, like, you just have all these symptoms of pattern recognition, like super ability. And it goes as far as to when somebody comes to work where we work, I can tell them how they're going to quit and how long they'll be there. And one dude's like, everything you said came true. I'm like, they're stupid? You think I'm just monkeying around?
Is that supposed to be an insult?
Example, a fellow named Corday Jones came to work with us. He was still in the reserves, I believe, in the military. Mid-20s, black dude. That doesn't really matter. But he's from South Alabama. He's from Pinson Valley, around Birmingham.
Okay.
And he came there. He's just out of the military. And in the military, they don't tell you what you can make as a civilian.
Okay.
Like he's been in the military for 3-4 years doing his duty, and they get you out, and whatever you're making in the military is peanuts, but they supply you with everything, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And you get out, and like I've got all these skills. He was an IT guy. He had a CCNA, which is networking. That's one of the things I had in 2 or 3 years of it, and they put him out there making entry level. I'm like, he thought it was cool because it was maybe a little bit more what he was making.
Yeah.
And he hit the ground, and I heard his story. I'm like, you won't be here 6 months because you don't know how much you're worth. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? I said, he just got out of the military. They don't tell him. Yeah. I'm like, when he finds out how much he's worth, and sure enough, it was quick.
Oh, yeah.
And he got a job with our company at a different location. And he's like, how did you know? I'm like, that was an easy one.
Yeah.
That was an easy.
It's like, it's just obvious.
I mean, I knew that was going to happen. And you can tell this one kid came in, he was hired too young, but only hired because he had a pulse.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to be here long.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. I can do something similar to that.
Yeah.
Or at least was able to do something similar to that when I worked in food service. Working in food service 25 years. And actually, you were mentioning that you were recently diagnosed with ADHD. I was diagnosed with Asperger's at 33.
Really?
Yeah. So I can totally understand a lot of what you're talking about there. That sudden realization that, oh, hey, wait a minute, you just don't think the same way everybody else does. It's a big impact. It's weird.
Like,
but
I don't even have a work ethic.
Yeah. I've always been on the hyper opposite end of the spectrum where, like, for me, like I was saying, logic, reason, philosophy, my brain's just hyper in line with that. Mm-hmm. And, I growing up, I would get so hyper focused on something. In fact, like even all this film stuff, this is a byproduct of a lot of that because I grew up wanting to make movies, wanting to be a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. And I'm just now getting into an opportunity where I can even do that. I'm 42. So it's like, or I'll be 42 in November.
We're the same age.
Yep, we're the same age. But yeah, so it, that video really,
it's starting to collect errors.
Yeah, even the camera is starting to.
Yeah, that's the, it might not like your speedy or SD card.
Yeah, that's possible. It says it's still recording though.
Whenever I had one doing that, I had to lower it down to 720.
Oh yeah. I know this one, it does have read-write issues like that because I've been trying to figure that stuff out, trying to understand it.
Maybe the speed of your camera.
From everything that I've read online,
not camera, but card.
It's the card.
Yeah. From
everything that I've read online, it appears to be the card.
It should be like a Circle 10.
Yeah, it was saying something about like a XFAT format versus a FAT 32.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because it's like, you can only write so fast. And it's like, okay, which one do I need? Well, just do it this one. And then I try. And the camera's like, it needs to be the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's trial and error. But anyways, like I was saying, back to the Asperger's thing. Like I can totally understand the hyperfocus, hyperfixation, stuff like that, and it's definitely difficult to get used to.
I get a lot done with it, but it's also very adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of using that to get success in life.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is stupid. And when I'm not having a chance to do that, then I'm just worried about something all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's constant worry about stupid stuff, but it's just worry.
I can understand that too. I definitely have a lot of anxiety. Especially doing this. It may not necessarily be the best choice, but at the same time, it is one thing that I've kind of learned is shit. My brain just went blank on me. I forgot what I was going to say.
Drew and blank. It's also 12:30. Everybody's tired.
Yes, it is 12:30, or it's 12:24. But yeah, so it that's where I was on the verge of saying something a minute ago. That's why I was bringing up the Asperger's thing. Oh,
pattern recognition.
Yes, pattern recognition. What you were talking about there. I can do that in food service. Like I said, I worked in food service 25 years roughly, and you can tell. The moment some kid starts working there, you're like, you're not going to be here more than 6 months.
Or quit that afternoon.
Yeah, if you're lucky, they'll make it through that afternoon. But no, you can totally tell. There's just something weird about it. It's just like, no, this.
A lot of times,
it's just obvious.
They don't want to. The process. Like, yeah, man. When they respond to the process on the first day, oh, okay.
Yeah. There was one kid that I worked with. I think he was 16 when I worked with him, and of course I was in my 30s, so it's like that's already fun. But he was moving one of the speed carts around to do something, and he was just doing it the most god awfully hard way possible. And I was like, I was like, it's easier if you do it like this, right? He's like, I know. Okay, I'll just leave you to it then. I'm done. I don't know how to respond to that.
Dude, it's crazy like that. You can tell.
Yeah, so there's definitely something going on with the kids. As much as I hate to sound like the grumpy old man in the world now, but there is definitely something going on.
Damn kids. There's
something going on with the youth. I don't know. It's just something. I think it's really just they just think differently. Like they so dramatically think differently than the people mine your age or even people between us.
They really never had to figure anything out either. Everything's been Googled.
Yeah, it's so easy to figure out the answer. It's almost like there's no reason to even try.
They just had to sit around quote Anchorman for 6 months.
Yeah. A lot of them are doing that, and now a lot of them are TikTok stars.
We'll be a TikTok
star. I'm getting grumpy. So, but all right, here, let's do one more. I feel like we got a good flow, and I feel like if we can get maybe 10 more minutes of conversation, I'll have enough to get a solid episode out of it. I think we'll be good with that. And then after that, we can do a quick. We'll do the experiment, and then you can leave if you need to. I'll do my darkness walk alone. I'm cool with that. All right. It said 17. We've already talked 17, so we're gonna do it. I
thought it said 13.
Oh, really? 18?
Fine. Do I hear 18?
It's like, fine, you want to be a dick about it. All right, teleportation.
Oh, here we go.
Quantum mechanics or sci-fi? Teleportation, if teleportation were possible, do you think it would be through quantum mechanics or some other scientific principle? Well, first of all, since I don't know what quantum mechanics is...
Just through quantum mechanics?
I
declare quantum mechanics.
Sure, that sounds like it could work.
I mean, it'll have to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, I would expect it would have to be in there somewhere. And of course, the note under it, beam me up, Scotty. Could science make it happen for real?
I think they will.
I think they have.
I think they've been working on it forever. They've had particles they've done.
Have you heard... have you ever heard Ashton Forbes? Have you ever heard of Ashton Forbes? Okay. You want to really... And I'm talking to everybody here. You want a really, really fun rabbit hole to dive down? Look up Ashton Forbes, his theory on the Malaysian Airlines flight. Remember the Malaysian Airlines flight that disappeared a while back? His whole theory, and he has video.
Ashton Forbes.
Yeah, go look him up. It is a interesting theory. But his whole theory is that particular plane had like a big thing of like lithium batteries on it. Know how nowadays you can't carry like lithium batteries on an airplane?
Yeah.
Well, prior to that flight,
a big deal now.
You could. And supposedly his whole theory revolves around this idea that there was actually a big delivery of lithium ion batteries on that plane, that something happened and it started catching fire, like through the atmosphere pressure or something like that. It started catching fire. And then, as the plane's starting to swarm back around not swarm, but, swing back around to go somewhere, that's when it supposedly exploded. But he has a specific video, and I can't remember the name of it, and he breaks it all down on his show.
Forbes.
Definitely look it up. Ashton Forbes, Malaysian Airlines theory. But his whole theory is that it was teleported. Because and he has the video, and you can see there's actually, if you watch the Project Fear video that they did on the drones back in beginning of the year, they actually catch a video of a ball of light going across the ocean, and that's actually one of his theories, is that it's balls, the technology actually comes out of the ocean, and when it comes out of the ocean, it's a plasma ball. And
some of that David Fravor stuff there.
Yeah, and it's a plasma ball, and he has a video of it, and you can see the plane like banking to spin around, and there's 3 orbs that come in and form a triangle around the plane and start rotating around it, and then as it's spinning, they go, and then they all sink in real fast on it. It explodes, and nothing's there.
Really?
Yeah, and actually, like, it also, he actually somehow managed to have a thermal video of it. He explains where all these videos came from.
Yeah, don't say a video of that in the ocean.
Yeah, he explains where all these videos came from, but he has a thermal view of it, a thermal view of the explosion, and it's not a heat explosion, it's a cold explosion.
Yeah.
So it's
white.
If anything of his theory is even remotely accurate, I don't know. That's weird. That is, in my mind, it boggles the mind. But he attributes it to Tesla's theory of the ether. His whole view is that what Tesla describes as the ether is 100% real.
Yeah, Tesla was far beyond his time.
Yeah,
that's why they often.
I don't know what happened to him, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Free electricity.
Yeah.
Can't have that. Get out of here. I'm about to watch that now.
Yeah, it is a interesting deep dive. It's a rabbit hole, though. It's a rabbit hole. So I definitely, if you want to see some interesting stuff, I definitely suggest watching it. I can't remember the name of his podcast right off the top of my head, but
it sounds super familiar.
Yeah, if you just Google or YouTube Ashton Forbes, you'll find him.
Why don't you go and watch it and it's already watched? It happens all the time. I look at somebody's channel, somebody recommends, I'm subscribed, and I've seen the video.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about it.
It's like, oh, I thought that name sounded familiar.
I've seen so much of that.
That's funny. So, all right. Well, we got close. It's 12:30. It's a little after 12:30 now. Should be able to. I feel like I should be able to cut something out of this.
I think so.
So, all right. Well, let me do my little outro bit real quick.
That little conversation thing is interesting.
I'll be honest, the main reason I do it is because for me, conversation's actually kind of hard. Like I say hard, I'm actually a decent conversationalist. Mm-hmm. Once you get me talking about something that I'm like comfortable and I know I can talk about. But up to that, like if you want, I was actually telling my boss the other day, I was like, if you expect me to come up with something on my own, that's the fun part of Asperger's. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah, that's what I.
It's like, what do you think people are thinking? I don't know.
You're a self-starter. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I have no idea what people are thinking.
Please detail out everything you want me to do.
Yeah, well, now that I'm in that sense, I'm actually a pretty decent self-starter. Like I can figure out things that I need to do, but it's more so one of those that like, if we're working together, and you're just like, I'll just start doing like this, he'll figure it out. No, I won't. No, I won't. You'll just keep doing it like that and then go, why is he not helping?
Yeah.
I'm like, because I don't know you need help.
It's not my job to get ask.
Yeah. If you need help, say something.
Nobody ever asked. You didn't say a thing. You should know. No, I shouldn't.
Yeah. How should I know? You didn't say anything.
My wife says all the time, I shouldn't have to tell you, but you should.
Yeah.
You should definitely tell me.
I
get in trouble for not doing something I didn't know I didn't do.
Yeah. Oh, God, I hate that. I can't stand that crap. Getting in trouble for something you didn't do.
I'm bad about forgetting holidays.
Forgetting holidays?
I think I got a lot of time, and it's like a day and a half. I'm like, shit, it's Mother's Day already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to forget it. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad about birthdays, admittedly. I'm kind of bad about birthdays. I try to put them in my calendar and stuff like that, but I can't.
You know what I'll do? I'll go over the top and get the kids to help me pick stuff out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the most expensive thing in that genre.
Mm.
Pick it up. Like, here, why'd you spend this much? I don't know. You can't yell at me if it's expensive. Off the topic, but on the topic before that, if you're doing a podcast, the magic number is 12 to 15 minutes. If you can figure out how to get them to there, that's when it starts opening up.
Okay, 12 to 15 minutes.
And that's why I don't make people say their tell us about yourself thing. I try to make myself friendly as I can at first to make them feel welcome. Okay. And if I do go into any of their bio, I'm reading it like I'm a fan. Okay. And I'll have like a list. He wrote this book about this and says, and maybe something kind of, a nuanced statement that they make. Kind of a funny topic that maybe you came up with about reading their bio. Yeah. Like, don't call me Shirley. Kind of. Oh, okay. and if a guest has been, maybe you don't have a guest that's been on other shows, but they have, I always watch like one or two of their other podcasts. Okay. Yeah. The general research. Yeah. I try to find and see are they friendly? How do they respond to the opening questions? Okay. Sometimes I watch it, I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna suck. Yeah. And they respond better to my format than they do the other people. So I'm like, that's cool. Interesting. That I was just in watching the edit of my last episode. I was just like, oh my God, no one's ever gonna watch this. Yeah, just get to 12 to 15 minutes and. Okay. Well, if they don't open up by then, they're a dead fish. But yeah. Well, that I appreciate that. Thank you. That actually I will keep that in mind. Even Joe Rogan happened to mention that one day, and I'm like, damn! I knew I came up with something. I knew I figured out something. Yes. He said inside of about 20 minutes is when they start kicking off. Okay. And that's why I can see that. That's why when I hate somebody else who wants to go 45 minutes, I'm like, 45 minutes. I got to rush them. I got to really jiggle their balls for 45 minutes. I mean, you got to really, to do that, you have to really, to somebody gives you have to really know their material and have like several compliments on deck. Yeah. Like the first thing I did with Seth Breedlove with Small Town Monsters was, see what we're doing? I just opened up. Anyway, I told him, I said, first of all, let me say how beautiful that documentary was. I thought this was a feature film. Yeah. And he was like, oh. And that movie turned out to be a flop. But it was a good movie, but it was just a subject no one really was passionate about. But he did a great job. But if you only got a certain amount of time, you start with the compliments up front. Not kiss-ass compliments, but like stuff you notice that no one else has ever said, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like an art that no one knows is an art. That's what podcasting is.
Yeah.
Like no one knows you have to practice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. I could totally see that. Like that's. I mean, because it's just people talking.
Yeah,
it's just communicating with people.
You think it's easy when you start doing it, but then you realize the first time the guest doesn't say anything, oh damn, but that doesn't happen to me anymore.
Yeah.
But unless they're a dead fish, they're a dead fish. I got nothing. That's.
Yeah, and see, I'm actually in that weird place where I'm actually kind of like, I think I'm a little like Lex Friedman.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched any of his podcast or anything, but I understand his personality a little bit, and I hear he's very monotone, and it's just very quiet. We're down here, we're talking, and it's just a conversation.
Yes.
And part of me is like, I feel a kinship to that because I'm comfortable with awkward pauses.
I got a couple of his guests on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I search his guest list. I go to a lot.
Okay.
It's worked twice.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Robin Hansen, a physicist that figured out the probability of there actually being UFOs.
Okay.
That kind of thing. I think he might have a touch of the autism or whatever we have.
What's his name again?
Robin Hansen.
Robin Hansen.
Yep. He's got a TED Talk, several of them.
Okay, I may have to look into him.
He'll come on to any show.
Okay.
I was like, holy God, he's answering.
Oh my God, someone famous answering.
And he retweeted it, put it back on Twitter. Said, hey, I went on the Cryptid podcast. I was like, damn, man.
Interesting.
It's still getting hits. And it wasn't the best episode either. He had some issues. Audio issues, but I pulled enough out of it.
Yeah, well, that is also one of the things that I'm kind of looking at is that I think the media landscape is changing too. Mm-hmm. And I think, me and my brother actually a couple months ago, we were sitting there watching TV. We were watching a YouTube channel or something like that. I think it was, I think the name of the channel was Colors. Mm-hmm. It's a music performance show, but it's all like themed to a specific color. But they have like the one we watched was Billie Eilish and a couple other people.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Eilish, however you pronounce it. She mumbles.
She does.
Anyways, but there's still some songs that I like. But anyway, we were just watching that show, and I remember commenting to him at the time, was like that, a show like that would never work on regular television. But on YouTube, on internet, in a digital space, it's a perfect show. Yeah. It is a fantastic show.
Because it can find its audience. It doesn't have to be forced to one.
Exactly. So I think that, you were saying that it was clunky or it was just a bad episode or whatever. I think people are actually a little bit more open to that these days.
I mean, people watched it.
Yeah.
I just cut out some of the bad parts.
Yeah.
The clips still get hits.
Oh, that's good.
And
that's good.
You live and you learn with podcasting. It's getting good guests isn't hard, and it's almost too easy, and it's not the key to success.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the easy. I thought, man, as soon as I get all these guests, nobody watches that shit.
Yeah. That's definitely the hard thing I've ran into too, is finding guests. I mean, I appreciate you being on twice.
Guests were like the easiest thing for me to get, but then it didn't make a difference how good they were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, what am I doing?
See, the thing I've been running into, and I don't know, I'm not trying to complain because, I get it, I'm starting out, and I understand the hesitation, but the issue I run into is people fucking ghosting me all the time.
Yeah,
it's like, I'll totally come on, and then I never hear from them again. And it's like, oh.
Well, if you get it, get their email address and send them a calendar invite right then.
Okay.
And that'll...
Admittedly, that is probably a good point. I actually don't use. Yeah, I don't use any service like that anymore.
Yeah, I set up video conferences for a living and schedule them all the time. Okay. So I had a template already.
Okay.
I basically was doing my job for my podcast.
Okay. Yeah, and see, I mostly just
I'll send you my template.
Regular.
You'll love it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Yeah. So, all right. Well.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on again. It's 12:45 now, so I think we're good on time.
Definitely.
Hey, humidity's down to 79%. We're down 3 whole percent. Hold on. You're getting your phone.
Yeah.
I did want to offer if there's any final thoughts. If you have any final thoughts you want to
I was checking.
give to the audience.
Oh no, yeah. I think if you get on this show on the ground floor,
Now,
it's kind of a niche happening. You said this morning about the strategy. I think it's going to work out. I don't know how you're going to get it out there. That's what you're doing, but
yeah.
I think if you something you could do is have a members only section
Yeah.
and offer that raw Johnny Knoxville from Men in Black cam.
Oh, yeah.
Just the whole thing. Like you can go through it, but for $5 a month.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've definitely considered those kind of services, those kind of programs, and they are on the docket. But there's a part of me that's like, I'm more interested in the data. I'm more interested in the science first.
My friend Joe does his boots on the ground.
I feel like lead with the science.
Oh, nobody's going to hate it.
Yeah.
My friend Joe does these boots on the ground cryptid investigation, or he just walks with his GoPro.
Okay.
And looks at certain stuff for like 45 minutes and just uploads it. with some cool production. He's a documentarian. He's a film student, graphic designer.
Yeah.
He gets like 10,000 views a pop. He just started doing it. He's I'm just going to do this.
Interesting.
REM pod may be going off.
Yeah. Now it's going off.
It's me. I was going to text my wife. So.
Your phone's got a wide thing on it because mine doesn't do that.
Back in the day, it'd make a speaker go off.
It gives it that power, that power hum.
You go dun, 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 dun.
Okay, no, there was a relative rhythm there.
It sounded like the old school speaker one. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
podcast uploaded.
Is that?
That's exactly what that is. Because it has a delay.
Oh.
If I put the airplane mode on, say just put airplane mode on, it'll go for 10 seconds. Now,
Hold on. Notice that?
our little buddy went off. Back on airplane mode.
Hold on. Hold on. If that's somebody, can you please do that again?
The K2, a little green light.
Can you make this one go off again? You were doing so well. You were making it dance for us. If that was somebody. I'm just trying to confirm that if that was somebody trying to speak to us, trying to get our attention before we get out of here, I would, if you could just give us either one of those or if you could make this little light dance, that would be nice. I'd appreciate that. It's been very quiet tonight, so I'm surprised, actually. At least over here. So, alright. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna say that's that. So, alright. Anyways, well, I guess I've got a couple last minute things.
That's me.
Okay. So,
That's crazy how that's doing that.
Yeah, that's. I've never seen it respond that actively to a cell phone before. So,
At least now you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Verizon.
Yeah, I've got Verizon, but I do turn on airplane mode every time I come in. So, Okay.
A 10-second delay after I turn on airplane mode.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I want to do my outro. If you could go hit that one for me one more time. And
Son of a bitch.
yeah. Yep.
I had this problem with my camera.
Perfect.
I had to figure it out.
And if you could hit that one more time, go ahead and just start it over. Okay. All right. So it's the end of the night. It's 12:45. I say end of the night, end of the discussion. We're about to move all this around, break it down real fast, and do our experiment. Hopefully we can get out here in the next hour. Because it's late. I know Mr. Dizzle needs to go home. But I do need a little help with this experiment. Anyways, so last couple things, outros. So very special thank you, Mr. Dizzle. Thank you for coming tonight.
Yay.
It was a fantastic conversation. I had a blast. I hope you've enjoyed the hospital tonight. It's been wonky, awkward, back and forth. So I don't know exactly the humidity. I feel like the environment, the humidity was definitely a factor tonight. But I did have a couple things that I wanted to plug before I close this out, before I get us out of here. The first thing is, like I mentioned, I forgot that we're filming these out of order. This whole series of videos that you're seeing is ultimately a proof of concept. This is what we're trying to do with this project, is, have a proof of concept, trying to put out this idea of a scientific paranormal investigation. How exactly can we do that? What exactly would it look like? And what you're seeing in these videos is the fruits of that labor. So, if there's anything that you like, please let us know. This project is really going to be made or broken by our audience. If we can't, we need your help. Help get the word out. Help, if you see something you like, if we hear something you like, and if this seems like something you want to support, please give us a like, subscribe, share, send it to your friends, let them know, help spread the word, help get our, if we can have a decent sized audience to this, I feel like it'll be a much easier sell trying to get to, potentially have some investors maybe come in for overnights and stuff like that. So, but that's more business. That's, more long form. Anyways, the only other thing that I really want to push, or that I want to plug tonight, is our X account. Please, if you're interested in following this project and following along with what we're doing, please follow us on our X account. We are at Dark Discussions. And if you go on our X account, actually, and you look at what I've currently been putting on there for the last few weeks, you'll see a whole bunch of movie reviews. Well, why movie reviews, you might ask? Well, first off, they're ghost movies, so I'm trying to review those. But I figured it would be something fun that I could do between overnights, something that, a good way to keep interacting with the audience. But there's another deeper reason why I'm wanting to discuss movies through a paranormal podcast. Part of the reason that I think there is a big, and we're actually going to get into it a little bit in the experiment, but in my mind, one of the big things about paranormal investigation that I think is really often overlooked but is quite important is the idea of media literacy. The idea of being able to understand that what you're watching, you can understand. That you know what you're seeing. How you know what you're seeing. What is it that you're actually seeing, and how do you know that it's true? those kind of more esoteric questions about film narrative and or I say about film narrative, but just about media narrative in general, is easily it is a fun topic to discuss through the medium of film. And so that's what I do. I go online or I go on X and I review movies. Right now I'm working my way through some ghost movies. I just watched Sleepy Hollow the other night. The 1999 Tim Burton film. Really good movie. Terrible ghost movie. But it's a great movie still. It's a terrible ghost movie because it's not a ghost movie. You'll have to go read my review to figure that out. But generally speaking, I review film narrative and overall production. That's fine. Yeah, that one's probably dead. This is the one I'm talking to anyway, so we'll finish this up. Generally speaking, like I said, I review film narrative and overall production quality as it's presented. So, yes, that means I roast them. That's basically what I do. So if you're interested in following along with the project Between Overnights, go check that out. And you can interact with us through there, interact with us through our YouTube channel, and hopefully we'll be able to see you again soon. This is all the videos that we have for the year planned out. This is the last overnight for the year. So I don't know when the next time we'll be able to get into this space will be, at least in this type of format. So until then, thank you for watching. I am terrible at sign-offs, so I will just say bye and yeah.